everybody, it's Danny. I know that it's been a while since I last filmed a video, and this is actually all old footage. I found a bunch of January footage, so I have edited that together, and yeah, here it is. I just wanted to intro that I know it's August, but I had all this footage. I actually have some more footage, so I might throw together something for the in-between of January to now, but I'm not sure yet, so we'll see in the future. Anyways, enjoy the video. Thanks. Hello everybody. It's that time of year, and by that I mean it's January. And that means it's time to do Finish a Frog in January. So, I have a few projects sitting here that I've started recently, but I also have some ancient projects that really need to just be polished and finished up and go in the closet. Two of them you might recognize. Yeah. This, interesting raglan t-shirt, which fits, it looks like it's so funny, but I think it fits okay, if I'm being honest. Collar that needs to be pulled down. This actually like fits okay. Like it doesn't look, it when it's flat it looks like it's gonna be super bulky, and then it's not when it's on. But as you'll see, there's just a lot of ends to weave in. It's literally done except for the ends needing to be woven in. So that's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that this is a recurring issue because I have another project that has the same issue. I love this. I really want to wear this. It's done. It's pretty much ready to be worn, really. I mean, like, I could use another row on these ends here, but what it really needs is for these ends that, that somebody left me to be woven in. Beautiful, like, would be great if I could wear it. There's also an old project that I need to frog. I think this was in my Finish It or Frog It February video, like, or exposing my whips. I don't know. This is just a, this is garbage. This is literally garbage. I need to completely undo this and make it into something I will actually wear and like, because what is this? Sorry, speaking of spin stuff, you know that atrocious 3-square tank top that I made and remade and still hated? Here it is. How sick is that? I just basically made my own color striping cotton yarn, and it's gorgeous just by undoing and tying that shirt. Anyway, okay, and then two really recent cast-ons that I actually would like to finish this month is, number one, this. I started this out with a really strong vision, and then I kind of lost the vision in the middle, and the vision's finally coming back. You know, like, it's kind of a trust the process thing, where I wasn't trusting the process, and I was like, what? I didn't do my typical sleeve decreases on this one, which is why it looks kind of funky when I put it on. And I thought I just had yarn blindness, thinking that I was going to run out and, like, I was going to be fine. I'm not going to be fine. I'm definitely going to have to order more yarn for this, which makes me really sad because I know I don't need an entire new skein of this or this, that I'm not going to use them all up. I'm going to use up like a very small portion of a new skein and then have a full skein of purple ends. Purple that I don't know what to do with and don't really want to put in another project, which sucks because that's really frustrating when that happens. But I'm kind of gathering up lightweight yarns in a separate small pile that are like, oh, like this is from an old project, but like it's too big to turn into scraps, but it's too small to turn into a real project. So I'm kind of trying to put those together and maybe make a mixed up cardigan or a sweater. I don't know. We're just kind of gathering a pile at the moment. It's a really small pile. But anyways, this, obviously you can see, like, I ended the front panels really, really short. And if it had stayed that short, it would have ended up not really being the shirt that I was going for. So I added on a 4-inch ribbing on the left, which is where a lot of my yarn went. But I continued the same stripes, but I just did the ribbing. So now you've kind of got a texture difference, but it doesn't look that different. I probably could have gotten away with just doing plain and just making an extension of each of the panels, but I didn't want it to have obvious front striping. I wanted it to look purposeful. So this is going to be the button band, and then on this side I'm adding a 2-inch ribbing with the buttonholes. And yeah. And I recently finished this sleeve. Again, like I said, I didn't decrease in the pits like I usually do, which is why we've got this floppiness. But I also think that I want these still a little bit longer. I want it to be a nice sleeve, so I'm thinking at least another of this light purple stripe, if not another stripe on top of that. And it also needs to be on this side, obviously. But I did the collar last night, and I really like how it's turning out. And then, of course, lots of ends to weave in here. But I really like how it's coming out now. Now that I've trusted the process, I feel a lot better. So basically, I'm going to work on this until I run out of yarn, and then order yarn, and then probably finish it in February. And then finally, I started this last night, but I have a friend who loves neutral colors and light browns. And I need to make her a Christmas gift, even though it's January. So I started making her this bag. And honestly, this is probably too big, but I already started, so... No, it'll be fine. I'll just make it a big bag. Anyway, so yeah, that is all my, like, old in progress things that I kind of just want to get out of my face. And I guess I could start with frogging this up because this is really bothering me. Anyway, yeah. This is the current progress of the button-up sweater. Button-up shirt. I just finished this sleeve and just sewed on all these buttons. Some of them aren't super centered, but that's okay in like this way, but they are centered this way, so that's nice. But yeah, and it turns out that the first buttonhole I made, which is I think just one stitch gap. Yeah, just one stitch gap. It is big enough and perfectly fits the button. So time to finish off this side of the ribbing, which is significantly shorter than the other side, but that's fine. And after that, I'll be pretty much done. I'm debating about ordering more of just this yarn to add another row onto the sleeves. In fact, let me try it on really quick. Well, after trying it on, I've realized that I hate the bulkiness in the armpits because I didn't decrease in the armpits. I just did normal double crochet, and so this entire row bunches up in the armpit and feels terrible, and I hate it. So it'll probably prevent me from wearing it, so that means I need to completely undo and redo these sleeves and do single crochet for the first stripe for the first 8 rows on each side in the armpits. So I'm gonna finish the button band today and do the sleeve adjustments another day, or start frogging them. But everything else, this front panel, originally these were way too short, and so I'm really glad that I added the button bands, and I think that it's gonna turn out like really wearable. And I also really like this, and I'm really glad that I've added a button up here because I think having that will be good. Although maybe I should have put the buttons more in the middle of the button band so that we've got, yeah, actually, because if this, we'll do that too. I'll fix all those. Anyway, see you in a bit. Shopping with my grandma, and unfortunately I was with people so I didn't film it, but I got another skein of loops and threads to finish off the top, so I'm gonna put that there. I also just got some other stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. I got a sugar watermelon candle from Target for the springtime. I got my fiance some one-piece cards, so just a booster pack. And then I also got myself this because it was on clearance, just a little claw clip. I really love claw clips. And then I also got some presents from my friend. She loves like she has a little rodeo tattoo, so I thought that this would be kind of cute, and she likes to wear little dainty necklaces. And then she's also a sewist, so I got her there's no tag on the end. Oh, no, there is. I got her this shirt. It's just a little baby tee. She's a similar size as me, but I figured that she could do some, practice some, like, quilting letters on it, or whatever she wanted, really, because it wasn't that much, and I thought that she would like it, so, yeah. I'll check in a bit. Alright, just wanted to check in. I just finished weaving in all the ends. The sleeves still ended up a little wonky. They like bunch. I think if I ever make this again, I need to do some decreases in here and in the back on the same row. I really like it like laid open like this. I feel like it looks pretty casual. I don't hate the sleeves enough to completely undo them and redo them again. And especially since I like ordered more stuff to be able to do these extra eight rows to create that longer sleeve. I don't mind it that much. I really like it. And honestly, it also looks good button. I like it unbuttoned partially so that I can kind of get this down and get like a double collar going almost, but it also looks good buttoned all the way up. If I can find it. And it buttons really easily and really well, so that's nice. And it gives a very high neck. But I like it, yeah. I don't know. It looks a little odd buttoned up because the collar is so far apart, which is why I prefer it like 1 or 2 undone at least. So we can get this kind of little cute little folding layout. And this, I think, just with wear, or maybe with the steaming, these wouldn't bubble up so much. It's because they're so close to the edge of the ribbing, but like not quite at the total edge. They're kind of still in the middle of the ribbing. But I mean, the ribbing to shirt, because I made these too small, right? Like they're too short. They ended too short. But they're pretty seamless into the ribbing. Like I really like that. I think this is very wearable, and you know what? I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. So in an effort to conceal my address, I opened it, and this is me unboxing it. I ordered this for this in order to finish a February project that I'm working on. So hopefully this is enough to finish it. I have a feeling it's actually not. And I may have to make another order, but I have points now for Hobie, enough to afford, I think, 1 skein of like stock weight yarn. So I think I might do that. But I also, because they were on sale, I bought 2 skeins of Portobello, because it just looks like fun to work up. I don't think I really had a project in mind. I just bought the prettiest colors that were available. Hey, I just showered, but this package came in last night from Michael's. I got a gift card for Christmas from some family, or maybe it was for my birthday, but I got like 4 items, but one I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for buttons for my button-up top, so I have stopped doing the ribbing holes because I want to make sure that the ribbing holes are big enough for the buttons. So let's open this, shall we? Use the buttons. I just got some basic buttons. I think I'm going to use the, I want to use the 4-hole ones on my button-up top. But next, I also ordered this item, which I think would be bigger. Let's see how big it is. Which is really nice because I just got my winder, so now I can finally use stuff like this because I actually have a winder to wind balls nicely up. Oh god. came all separate, so let's rip these open really quick. And there you go. Now you have a nice little turning thing. This is a really nice thing to just go on your desk and hold your yarns like. I got two. The first one I'm going to show is a Karen cotton cakes. I've used these before to make a raglan t-shirt that I really like, and I have another one in blue, but I really like this yarn, so I'd really like to play with it more. So I got this colorway, which is Beach View. And there's a lot of yarn here. Like, you can make a full garment with one of these. But then I also, again, really like Karen. I don't know that I've actually tried their blossom cakes, but they're very popular. And I wanted to try it, and I decided to get the color Radiant Rainbow, that colorway, which is also really cool. This yarn is really interesting. It is 61% cotton and 39% acrylic, so it's a nice cotton blend. And as you can see, this fiber is like really interesting. It has like gaps in it almost. Like it's not the typical like wound thread, which is what I like about Karen typical cakes. Anyway, so yeah. If you were to have something like this, you would you use this as you shove the skein through, and then you would just take this and wind it through the tension keeper, and then ideally it spins around as it unwinds as you use it. And then you can just pop it off.